Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. We're here at a spot that I've been before. This is the Texas State History Museum here in Austin, Texas. Spent the night here and I did a video, I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years ago at this same location. Let's go see what's new here today, and let's see what we can find today. This is a very nice museum. The building is just very majestic, well made. It's here in downtown, and right down the street over here, well, you have the Capitol. It's right there, so it's within walking distance, I would think, for most people.
Built this atmosphere so many years ago, yeah. Oh, please don't go.
I don't know what's going on in here. Somebody who can't sing. Oh, it's for kids. So let's go get our tickets over here. So right now they have an exhibit of sharks that is brought to you by the New York Museum. If you remember last year we were there, the Museum of Natural History or whatever it's called. Well, they have a traveling exhibit, and this is it. And so we're gonna catch this one first, since it's right when you walk in. So that wasn't here last time. I don't remember what was here last time when I came, because they usually have an extra. These are like the extras that that change throughout the years, you know. And it just so happens to be sharks. So we're inside. I have a story about that statue. That statue was on top of the state capitol. That's the original one, and they took it down. I remember I was living here in 1986, I think that's when that happened. And I remember they had a big helicopter, and they came, an Army helicopter, a Chinook, came and hooked up on it and brought it down to the ground, and it stayed on the Capitol ground for a while, and you could see it up close. It wasn't in such nice shape as it is right now, and they put a new one up there. But this is what greets you when you first walk in. This is the open area. This right here, right in front of you, is LaSalle's ship. It was a French explorer. We'll go up there in a little bit. A French explorer that came to Texas. I think he was there before the Spaniards, or right during the same time. So the French and the Spaniards were contesting for the same area, and they were aware of each other. This is a helmet. Is this Spanish? Yeah, it's a Spanish helmet. 1550. I think this is a real one. Yep. And it's not even flint rock. It's a wick type of igniting system for this rifle. And a sword. Sword is very small. Very thin blade. So here's the story of the French when they came here to Texas. LaSalle set sail in July from La Roche, France, with 400 people and 4 ships in 1684. So they came here, and I don't remember exactly all the story, but they found the ship in one of the bays, and they tell you the whole story here of how they found it. And then they dug it up. But this is the actual ship. I think this is a replication, a model of that ship that we just saw decaying and what it would have looked like. They even have it tilted to its side just like it is on the display over here. It's tilted on its side, and that's how it landed on the bottom of the, I think it was a bay. I don't remember what bay it is here in Texas, but just an idea of what the ship looked like before it rotted away, I guess, over time. So right here on the wall is stuff that I guess they took from the ship, and it includes coins, rifle, cannonballs, pots. I'm assuming all this stuff came off the ship. Even drumsticks or jewelry. Maybe those beads came from the Indians? I don't know. I'm not really sure. Axe handles. I guess these were stuff that they could trade with the Indians, maybe? An old shoe. Plates. Here's some footage. I believe it was 1995 when they did the excavation of the ship, and this is during that time. They actually have a human head of, I think, I guess would be one of the crew members. And a shoe. This is right behind us, the ship. So I was reading one of the placards, and LaSalle, I guess, abandoned the colony and started to head up to Canada because they had a colony up in Canada, and they didn't make it. And his own men killed him, murdered him, and then the rest of the crew were killed by the Indians. Tragic story, but that encouraged the Spaniards to come here to Texas. So this is a door from a mission, an actual door of what's left of the mission. So on the map over there to the side of the state of Texas, and it shows you where they're looking at and what the area looks like. It's the coastal region. So that was the end of the first floor. Down below is pretty much the beginning of Texas, and up here on the second floor you have a statue of Sam Houston, which for us is like our George Washington here in Texas. He was our, I guess, first president when it became a nation. So this depiction here is the one of the first battles against the Mexican in Gonzales. This is the famous "Come and Take It" cannon and the flag. I'm sure it's not the original, or maybe it is. I don't know. I'd have to read the plaque to see if it is the original. Come and take it. And there's a history of that event. So as the story goes about the cannon is the Mexicans government had gave the settlers the cannon to fight against the Indians, and then the Mexicans, upon hearing that the Texans were revolting, wanted to take the cannon back, and the Texans greeted them with the gunshots and the "Come and Take It" flag, and the Mexicans went back to San Antonio. And that was one of the encounters of the revolution, and war became shortly after that. So in there is a film that is running. I saw it, and it's a brief film of the Texas history. I was explaining to my daughters that the reason that the features on the statue are so enlarged is so that you can make it out when it's up on top of the tower, so you can make it out from the ground, so you can see some features from the ground. And here they got some various artifacts, sabers and cannons from that era, Spanish mostly. So this here's a photo when the Capitol was being built, and before the statue that you see here next to it was placed on top. You can see there's some scaffolding up there on the tower, and the top of the tower, of the bell tower, there's no statue. Make out all the people that are in the photo. You can almost see their personalities in the photo. Just more of artifacts from that time period all over here. You know, I can't really take the time to show each and every one, but it's the stuff you usually see at museums. It's just all this stuff in here is related to Texas.
My friends of Texas, I have come here today to bear the tribute of the nation to you on your 100th birthday, for you are 100 years young.
And what a birthday party! Our huge $25 million exhibition in Dallas, with all Texas laying host. 200 acres of magnificent buildings. Our new city, our great city, our city of 1,000 sights and 1,000 wonders. No wonder then that the whole nation is talking about this big Texas exhibition.
I don't know what these are. These badges of law officers, maybe? Not really sure. Military map of the United States territories. Oh, okay. That is the entryway there. Coming in here to the front of the building. I remember last time I came here, there was like some events going on here, and it's just an open area. Those are some fancy boots. I remember over here, I think these are conference rooms. There's an IMAX theater, cafe, different parts where there might be holding events, and there's this mural on the floor there when you come in. Very colorful mural. So here's a statue of Bob Bullock. I think he was a governor, I believe, or something. I'm not really sure. Sorry, I don't. But this is what the museum is named after. Let me figure out who he was. I thought he was a governor at one time. So it says here he was, they captured the spirit of the late lieutenant governor. So he was a lieutenant governor. So if you get hungry, this is the Star Cafe. So they have beverages and snacks, I believe. So you can enjoy something to eat. Let's go over here. We're still on the second floor. So that was it on the second floor. Now we're up on the third floor. I think as you go up higher and higher, it becomes more of modern times and displays of that time. There is some theaters here. I didn't bother to go into them or film them yet. I might go in later. I don't really want to film inside the theater just to respect the other people. But there's about 2 or 3 theaters here in the museum that will have various films of Texas history. More of the landscape videos like we saw on the first floor of the different areas with the map of Texas and what part of the state they're looking at and what the area actually looks like. There's LaSalle ship. You know, they look relatively small. If you think about it, there were 400 people in 4 ships. That's 100. If you divide them equally, that's 100 persons per ship on that tiny boat. It must have smelled something awful.
Whose dream was to build a new life in uncharted territory.
Displayed by the Texas Highway Department or the Department of Public Health. Is that what? I forget what it's called. No, it's just Texas Highway Patrol, Texas Highway Department. Wonder what year. This is a Harley Davidson? Yeah, it's a Harley Davidson. Probably maximum speed, who knows? Maybe 50 miles an hour. It sort of looks like an off-road vehicle, but you gotta imagine back then they probably had a lot of dirt roads. If you know anything about Texas, we have a lot of oil here. This is a drill bit. This is the pipe that they take once they remove the derrick, the tower. This is what's left of the well, and this is where the oil and gas comes out. This is what's left on the surface. The oil industry is a big thing here in Texas. I know we're all trying to go electric, but I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're quite there yet. So this is in honor of the Hispanics that serve in the military. I'm one of them. I'm Hispanic. I served 24 years in the military, Army and Air Force. Just retired last year from the Air Force. Proud to have served. We're up here, Still on the third floor. We got a section here for music and I think arts. Over there is a section for space exploration. If you know, we have NASA is here in Houston. Of course, the other sports teams and colleges we have. Athletes from Texas and artists from Texas. This is the Austin City Limits. It's a TV show that's been running here, and this is a little film on the different shows that has been played out throughout the years. Austin City Limits has been running for a long time. As you know, Austin is a music mecca for Texas. This is the view from the third floor, the rotunda. Well, I think that's it for the video. Just a brief overlook of what's here at the museum. It's very well worth it. Even though this is my second time, I did see some new stuff. It's here in downtown, and the Capitol's real near. There's an art museum just across the street over here. So there's quite a bit to see in this area right here. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.